Good afternoon. I appreciate everybody's patience. Good afternoon, Spartans. I'm so pleased to see so many of you here today to help us celebrate and welcome the 7th president of Norfolk State University. At this time, we will be favored with a musical selection by members of the Norfolk State University Concert Choir under the direction of Dr. Harlan Zachary. The choir will sing Voice Dance by Greg Zasparel. Round of applause. Yes, thank you. Some of Norfolk State's finest. As they go back to their seats at this time, I'd like to call forward our interim president, Dr. Melvin T. Stith, Sr., to give the official welcome and introductions. Dr. Stith.
Thank you. Good afternoon. And welcome to Norfolk State University, where we see the future in our students, our motto, to help them get from here to there. As an HBCU for the modern world, Norfolk State is grounded by its heritage, focused on the future, and deeply committed to student success. For nearly 85 years, this wonderful university has served as a pathway to prosperity and better life for thousands of students, including me and my wife, Patricia. Today, we begin the next chapter of the Spartan story by formally naming the university's 7th president. Before we begin this journey, I would like to acknowledge the many supporters of this great university who are with us today. Students, faculty, staff, alum, partners from the business community, civic and faith communities, as well as our city and state officials. Let me start with the Dwight Parkers here, Councilwoman Ella Ward, former president, dear friend of mine, Eddie Moore Jr. We have members of our current Board of Visitors, LaTonya Collins, president of the Norfolk State Foundation, a great NSU alum, search committee members, Athletic Foundation, Fran Stewart, president of the Athletic Foundation, of course, wonderful faculty and staff, alumni and friends, members of all of our boards. We're so glad to be here. 50 years ago, Norfolk State welcomed me to this campus as a farm boy from Jared, and here I am. Never forget this journey. You are simply the best. And now I'd like to introduce Astra Armstrong, president of our Student Body Association, who will bring campus greetings on behalf of the student body. She will be followed by Dr. Lama Youssef, president of the Faculty Senate, who will bring campus greetings on behalf of the faculty. Please join me in welcoming Astra to the lecture, followed by Dr. Youssef.
Good evening. Good evening, Dr. J. On behalf of the students of Norfolk State University, I welcome you. We are excited about the new opportunities you will bring to our educational and curricular experiences. We look forward to the beginning of your tenure as the 7th president of our university. As a gift from the student body, I present to you your first 2 pieces of NSU paraphernalia. We look forward to working with you closely. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, Dr. Adams-Gaston from the faculty at Norfolk State University. Your wealth and depth of experience across the academy have provided you with valuable insights about the rewards and challenges of teaching. As faculty, we are dedicated to the success of our students and the success of Norfolk State University. We welcome you to our campus and look forward to developing a strong partnership with you that continues moving Norfolk State University forward and provides our students with the knowledge and tools they need to realize their highest potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Stith. Thank you, Astra. And thank you, Dr. Youssef. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Rector of the Norfolk State University Board of Visitors, Ms. Joan G. Wilmer. Ms. Wilmer is a 1999 alumna of Norfolk State University, and she has served on the Board of Visitors since 2018. She was appointed Rector in January, and she also served as interim rector, as well as spending 3 years on the Norfolk State University Foundation Board. A highly decorated human resources leader, Ms. Wilmer has built an impressive career at a number of organizations, including the Federal Reserve Board, Caesars Entertainment, and most recently with Rolls-Royce's Aerospace Division in Glen Allen, Virginia. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Rector Joan G. Wilmer as she comes forward to introduce the 7th president of Norfolk State University. come short. Thank you, Dr. Fontaine, and to all assembled, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Before introducing our special guests, I'd like to first thank our current interim president, Dr. Melvin Stith. Fellow Spartan, you have been wonderful in your leadership over the past 15 months. You have inspired us all in everything that you've done for this university. And as we all know, he does it with great love and care because he is committed to the mission of Norfolk State University. I'd like to also recognize the work of the 22-member Presidential Search Committee. If all members could please stand so you can be recognized. Let's give them a round of applause. This committee included representatives from the board, the university community, which is faculty and students, alumni, and the Norfolk community, under the direction of co-chairs Dr. Deborah DeCroce, the CEO of the Hampton Roads Foundation, and Mr. Larry Griffith, who is Senior Vice President of the United Negro College Fund. The committee participated in a deliberate, thoughtful, and lengthy process. You can find the names of the committee and the Board of Visitors on the back of your program, but again, I wanted to have them stand so you can acknowledge the long, thoughtful, careful work that they have delivered to you today. I also want to acknowledge the Board of Visitors, and I'm going to ask that they join me as I say their names when we introduce the 7th President of Norfolk State University, Dr. Deborah DeCroce, Vice Rector of the Board of Visitors. If you can please join me. Javon Henry, who is also an alum of Norfolk State and is the Secretary of the Board of Visitors. He couldn't be with us today, but he leaves his heart with each of you, so we miss Javon. Dr. Annie Adams, who is Vice President for Human Resources at Norfolk Southern. Mr. Dwayne Blake, he is Corporate Vice President of Investor Relations for Huntington Ingalls Industries. Mr. Kenneth Crowder, who's an agent with State Farm. The Honorable Jean Cunningham, who serves as Vice Chair for the Virginia Parole Board. The Honorable James, we call him Jim, Dyke, Jr. He's Senior Advisor for Virginia State Governor Relations with McGuire Woods Consulting, and I should note he is former Secretary of Education for the state of Virginia. Mr. B. Keith Fulton, we call him BK. He is Chairman of Aereo.com, Chairman and CEO of Solidify Productions. We have Mr. Larry Griffith, who couldn't join us today, Senior Vice President of UNCF, as I mentioned earlier. Mr. Mike Helpenstell, who's also with Huntington Ingalls Industries. He's Vice President and Chief Business Officer for Nuclear and Environmental Group. Dr. Tamara Jones, who's an alum of Norfolk State University, who's a hospitalist at the Carroll Mount Regional Medical Center in North Carolina. And then we have Mr. Eric Cage. He is a support and partner to the Board of Visitors, Executive Advisor to the President and the Board of Visitors for Policy, Compliance, and University Ombudsman. And then we also have a part of our team, April Albritton, who's Office Manager and Board Liaison. Now, you may wonder, we can see the names on the back of the program. I thought it was very important that I had my fellow board members up here with me today, because this is a symbolization of how much we are behind our 7th president, who you are about to meet. Let's give that a round of applause. It's important. With unanimous support of the Board of Visitors, I'm delighted to now introduce Dr. Javaune Adams-Gaston as the next president of Norfolk State University. Dr. Adams-Gaston, or called Dr. J, as she was affectionately named by students, she brings exceptional depth of knowledge and experience as a higher education leader, faculty member, and an assistant athletics director. Her experience managing at all executive levels,
fit the profile that we set forward in our search, along with the skills we need for the future. In her current position as Senior Vice President at The Ohio State University, Dr. Adams-Gaston leads the operations of the Office of Student Life. She is a part of the senior administration with institution-wide responsibilities that include development and implementation of the university's strategic plan and student life. Dr. Adams-Gaston's leadership responsibility for over 40 operations affecting the leading and learning and development of more than 60,000 students outside of the classroom. When she joined Ohio State in 2009, she became the college's first female African-American vice president for student life. Dr. Adams-Gaskin came to Ohio State from the University of Maryland, where she served in a variety of administrative and faculty positions since 1985. Those positions include Executive Director of the University of Maryland's Career Center and the President's Promise, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies, Equity Administrator for the Division of Student Affairs, and a member of the faculty teaching leadership and organizational change. She also serves as the first African-American Assistant Athletic Director at the University of Maryland College Park. Trained as a psychologist, Dr. Adams-Gaston spent more than 25 years in private practice experience, so she's going to help us all think clear. Her colleagues and students will tell you that her success as a leader is due large in part to her genuineness and authenticity, qualities that stand out the minute you meet her. She is someone who listens, seeks insight through questions, and is open to differing opinions and views other than her own. She is someone who cares about people genuinely. And when moving the enterprise forward, she knows that the enterprise is made of people. That's important. As a female African-American leader, she has met and overcome challenges throughout her career. She brings a perspective of courage and perseverance to our campus at a time when Norfolk State is rising up to the challenge of becoming an even greater university. She also has a love for HBCUs and has known about Norfolk State most of her life, thanks to an aunt who is a proud graduate of our school, and a son who graduated from Howard, and a sister who teaches at Howard. So she is no stranger to the HBCU community. I want you to know the Board of Visitors and I absolutely are delighted that she has accepted our invitation to be the next president of Norfolk State. So please join me and my fellow board members in welcoming Norfolk State's historic 7th president, Dr. Javaune Adams-Gaston.
Good afternoon, family, Norfolk State University. I could not be more proud and pleased to become the latest member with my husband and life partner, Mr. Dimitri Gaston, if you'll wave. Of this incredible family. I feel like I've always been a part of you because I have deep roots in Norfolk State University, but it is wonderful to have the opportunity, indeed the privilege, to be your 7th university president. Thank you so very much. I want to thank Rector Wilmer, not only for your introduction today, but for your stellar leadership. Thank you for the welcoming remarks, but more importantly, thank you for welcoming me to Norfolk State University. To the entire Board of Visitors, thank you for all that you have done and what you saw in me that allowed you to think that I would, could, and will do this job and serve Norfolk State University well. Thank you for the search committee, who also were so welcoming. It's so interesting because as I listened to the choir sing today, I thought how inviting and uplifting you were. I thank you for your being here and being willing to sing. And indeed, my experience with the search committee and with our Board of Visitors was much the same, inviting and uplifting, because Norfolk State is an amazing institution with an amazing destiny. The only thing we were missing is our wonderful choir when I met with them. I do want to say that I truly could not be more excited about this opportunity. Being selected as your 7th president means that you believe that we together will continue to do great things. I was listening to the applause, well-deserved, of President Stith, and I was thinking, that is so meaningful because it means you have faith in him and work that he's done. And I am so appreciative, as I said earlier today, for what you have done for this community. Can we give him another round of applause? That is a tall order to fill, to walk in the footsteps of someone who has engendered such love and community. But I promise you that every day I will strive to do the very same as we move the university onward, upward, forward, with the work, the help, the support, the care of each of you. I am here as a servant leader. I am here to serve the needs of this community because we have so much that we can do together. Norfolk State, we together are the bright future of what higher education has to offer and enhance the success of the world. We are that bright future. What is happening at Norfolk State is amazing. I see what is happening, and we will continue to focus on the student experience as we press forward. That means preparing Norfolk State's diverse student body for job opportunities, for opportunities after they leave the university. And it is important that among colleges and universities, we know that those who improve the student experience will be successful at attracting and graduating students. That will always be one of my priorities as a president. It is always, always about the quality of each individual student's experience. And you have been on that march to ensure that each student has a quality experience. Our faculty and staff are the engine that makes this work. Your dedication to teaching and research and engagement ensures that we can meet our goals. We will work together to provide the best opportunities for our faculty and staff to have all of the tools that you need in order to assist you in meeting your personal excellence. We need you. I need you. We will continue to enhance our efforts by being a forward-thinking higher education institution with a 21st century mission. We know how to ensure that we are connecting the community needs, careers, workforce, research, and industry. Those things are changing with an unprecedented pace. In fact, a recent Gallup report shows that today's students, and hear me, because this is really kind of mind-blowing, today's students will have 7 to 9 careers in their lifetime. Not jobs, but careers. We must prepare our students to be able to pivot into those careers and to be well placed so that they are first in the nation. This will become the institution where individuals look first for the brightest minds. We also know that by 2030, about 30% of our current jobs will no longer exist. But there will be new jobs and there will be new opportunities. And I know that we will be a leader in ensuring our students are prepared for those new jobs. Our faculty are contributing to the research of those new endeavors. Our teaching will continue to rise and be wonderful because that's who you are and what you do incredibly well. That our staff will continue to provide the support and the out-of-classroom learning that must occur for our students to be well prepared. We want our students to be critical thinkers, students who are aware of the world, students who understand that as they move forward, they will need to also be excellent communicators, and they will also need to be able to demonstrate that they can work on teams of people from anywhere in the world. That is what we hold in our hands, Norfolk State University. We are the university of the future. A great arts curriculum, a great, what we call the ABC, the arts, the business, the cybersecurity, all of the things that you have put together in the wonderful strategic plan, the things that we know as we are thinking about forging onward matter. We're going to work together. We're going to team together because one part upholds and supports the other. The deep and rich heritage of an HBCU is one of the important reasons that I accepted the invitation to consider the presidency here, and am so pleased to have been selected as the president here. I believe we can be the HBCU for the modern world, building on our rich legacy. We have to always remember our history and our heritage. In fact, as was said earlier, I have an aunt who graduated from this very institution, and she's a very proud graduate of Norfolk State University. I often remind myself and my teams that we must press forward, and that is exactly what is happening at Norfolk State University. Pressing forward and forging onward are so close in terms of what they mean. The theme of our strategic plan is forging onward. And that plan is new, it's exciting, it's 21st century, and it is transformational. It is important that we make that the North Star for all of our students, our faculty, our alumni, our administrators, our staff, and I promise you, it will be a North Star for me as your president. Every student, every faculty member, every staff member, every alum, and everyone in our community matters. It is important that we see ourselves beyond the walls of this institution and that we are engaged and supportive of our communities. That is where we will draw strength and the ability to do great things for our world. Each one of you matters greatly, and we will all pull together to ensure the bright future of Norfolk State University. As the premier institution in the nation, in fact, in the world, a premier HBCU and university, behold the green and gold. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Adams-Gaston. Congratulations. I'm excited about your leadership, and I look forward to working with you and my colleagues as together we propel Norfolk State University towards new levels of excellence. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to call forward Mr. James Harris, who's president of the Norfolk State University Alumni Association, who will bring remarks on behalf of the alumni. Mr. Harris will be followed by Bishop Kim Brown, senior pastor of the Mount in Chesapeake, Virginia. Bishop Brown will bring remarks on behalf of the community.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Spartan family. Dr. Adams-Gaston, we welcome you on behalf of the Norfolk State University Alumni Association, Board of Directors, its members and alumni across the world. We welcome you to our esteemed university. We wish you the best, and we promise you all the support in the world as the 7th president of this university. And you've already stole some of my thunder, but I'm going to show you how this goes. Behold! The green and gold! And I'm going to give you a little small token, and we expect you to, every time I see you, to have this.
Good afternoon. Dr. Stith, as a proud 1984 alum and a little boy from Portsmouth, Virginia, thank you, sir, for your superb leadership and stewardship of our great resource, Norfolk State University. Amen. It's been said that hard work and dedication have a destination, and the destination is success. Most people want success, but it only follows those who make a true effort to get it. Dr. Adams-Gaston, you have made the effort, and your academic record speaks for itself. I'm grateful to have been a part of the process and stand today representing our greater community as we welcome and congratulate you on your appointment as the 7th president of Norfolk State University. The preacher in me wants to go off script right there and deal with 7. but I'll stay the course. W.E.B. Du Bois reminds us that education must not simply teach work, but must teach life. So we are proud to be by your side today as you take the mantle of leadership and look forward with great anticipation to see Norfolk State teach life and reach its fullest potential and be the change agent she has been called to be. God bless.
Thank you, Bishop Brown. Thank you, James. At this time, James Harris and Astor Armstrong will present our 7th president of Norfolk State University with a few gifts. We got plenty of gifts. Now, Dr. J, as she's affectionately called, I've been calling her that all week, so no more Gaston, no more Adams-Gaston. Now that you are officially a Spartan, I want to present you with a T-shirt and a cap that you can wear proudly. It's got our new logo on it. I personally want to thank each of you for being here today and for being so patient to welcome Dr. Adams-Gaston to the Norfolk State University family. We are truly a family here at NSU, and we are excited about our future. At the conclusion of the program, I ask that everyone remain at your seats until the platform party has exited the room. There are light refreshments available across the hall in room 138B and C. I know many of you are eager to personally greet and meet Dr. Adams-Gaston. She will greet as many of you as time allows after she and Rector Wilmer participate in a press conference immediately following. We thank you in advance for your patience and your cooperation. At this time, I ask Dr. Zachary and the members of the Norfolk State University Concert Choir to come and lead us in the singing of the Norfolk State University alma mater. The lyrics for the alma mater are printed on the back of your ceremony program.